I went for lectures. You didn't go for lectures.
We are in the same place. On the same
check our
podcast.
bank
We are on the same
I want to
podcast.
check our bank
We are on the
account.
same podcast.
Come and check our bank account.
No, I don't like when people discourage people.
Yeah, actually.
But me, I'll discourage you.
No, stop it.
Hey, the things I've heard
But the things I've
recently.
heard. But your friends are watching too, so.
Oh, I forgot. I don't want to boast, but
No. You for boast too. Now this day by Plan where they record at this time. Look, there's blood and sweat. It's a big deal. So what you're doing is a big deal. What he's doing is a big deal. Retrospection. I've never seen Zuu so quiet in an episode in my life. Because most of the time Zuu will be like, oh yeah, me too. I remember when this one day passed.
Stay by plan, Accra, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan. Stay by plan, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan.
Hi guys. I don't want you guys to know that we recorded the episode as shit. So we have to start again.
Yeah.
But
It is what it is.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
So hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Stay by Plan. And I'm excited to be here. As you can see, I'm really smiling because my teeth are clean and fresh. And same for Zuu. But I don't know. How are you feeling?
Me, I'm feeling the pain. I think my mouth is kind of back to normal now. They had to inject me and numb my mouth and things. So it was kind of crazy. I was trying to talk to people. It was still, you see, that's the thing. You still feel it, but it's like, hey, Charlie, so if they didn't numb it, like, what would I feel? It would have been crazy, you know? But yeah, it is what it is.
I mean, personally, I would have taken a pain. I don't like when like people numb.
You will take the pain.
I would take the pain.
It's lying.
When was the last time you said dentist?
I used to have braces. I used to go there.
And you told them that they should leave you.
Leave me alone. I don't like people numb my.
But it's just temporary though.
I don't like.
I don't like. It makes it feel weird how you spoken.
Yeah, but now it's gone.
It's gone. Like, nah.
Because they numbed it. What time was it? Like 4:30.
Yeah, like 4.
So-
He said it'll take about 3 hours to go.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah,
Nah, I feel. I like what you did.
yeah, it's necessary.
Because you
I'm
go,
doing that too.
But yeah, so shout out to Whitestone Dental Clinic. Yeah, we went there. We got our stuff done. You know.
And
So
you
yeah,
guys,
check
I'm
'em
gonna
out.
get braces soon. I'm so nervous.
Yeah, the dentist said there's a situation in the mouth, so they have to fix
They
it.
have a serious situation.
Yeah.
But you've worn braces before.
I mean, it's calm, but like when they tighten it, it's painful.
Yeah,
You cannot
yeah,
eat
it hurts.
anything.
Yeah, it hurts.
Can't eat
It hurts.
anything.
Now and then, when they first do it, I have braces too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you should do Invisalign.
He
The
Mine
man
is
said-
kind of weird, so I
the
don't like it.
weird-
said that my situation is.
It's different. It's different.
You have to go for the real thing.
I have to go for the
Stop.
real
Make sure stop that
So
Invisalign.
you said the Invisalign would
No,
not
he said it will work, but I'll just take way longer.
longer.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah.
Because, okay, to you as well. Like, somebody told me that when they tell you that, your braces will take like 1.5 years, it's all cap. It's just
It's
for you to-
dependent.
to
No,
sign
dependent.
yourself
It depends on
to-
your situation.
They told me 1.5, but I had it for 4 years.
Ah,
Yeah.
boy.
I had it for 4 years. No, it's different
No,
because
it's situation.
it's
Me, when they said 2 was 2.
Okay.
So
Nah,
now
because
it depends on your situation.
I had it before COVID. So COVID-19, like coronavirus, I couldn't go to the dentist for like a while. So the wires became all messed up. No,
Okay,
I'm
fair,
sure I was
fair,
like
fair.
an obedient patient. I was eating bones. I was chewing bones.
Oh,
Like,
Charlie.
Yeah, that's why.
I was chewing hard
I
stuff.
was-
So like
yeah.
it broke the wires.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I had it. I needed to have it for a
You
longer
know, I
period.
never broke a wire.
You never broke a
Never
wire.
But please, I want to be like him when I get my
I
braces.
never
never
broke a
broke
wire.
never broke a wire.
That's insane.
Never. I always,
insane.
even I'm eating the hard thing, like, I have to use a technique that you have to do. You can't use the back. You have to use like some corner.
I broke a
Okay.
lot of wires. I made my dentist angry a lot of times.
Oh, Charlie.
A lot of times.
That's for him that he really spends his money because he was like a cat, like they sort of like give like an estimate.
Yeah.
That's what he really is. So- anyway,
Yeah.
so we didn't even introduce these people. Sorry guys, because of what happened. I already
Yeah,
explained to
no,
you
man.
guys the situation. So we have 2 young men in the studio with us. I'm actually very excited to have them here because we met them somewhere. It is okay, let them introduce
Yeah, I think you guys should introduce
Yeah.
yourselves. Yeah.
Okay, so my name is Tristan Canfor-Dumas. I am 18 years old. I just graduated from high school. I'm going to university. And over the past few months to a year, I've been working on a book which I've just published, by God's grace. It's called Elevate. And aside from that, I've also been doing a podcast called Empower. And basically, the whole goal with all of this is to empower the youth to elevate their lives. and it's just through different things. Whether it's talking to people who have already made it, talking to people also up and coming, talking to different people, getting different perspectives. And at the end of the day, what I can cause in the youth is a paradigm shift.
See,
Damn.
let me just clarify for
It's
the
funny.
Do you know Zuu is not laughing at him? He's laughing at himself.
It's funny because I literally just heard this 20 minutes ago.
It's
But
still.
I still, the ones were brain. Hey.
This was I don't want to do that video. The guy think far. So what are you doing at 19 or 18? You cry no. Let me make it better. What are you doing at 20?
Oh, come on.
20. Oh, I was focused on my studies. You know, trying to like.
What level were you in when you were 20?
Trying to,
Because
like-
I'll open your keys right now.
20s what?
Level 300.
Second and third year.
Zuu, you're not being serious. So I know you were in the same school.
I was. Listen, guys, trust me. I was finding myself. Okay.
Out of the lecture hall.
Yeah, I
Please,
was
you guys
finding
should go for
myself.
lectures. Zuu.
Oh,
I went
yeah.
for lectures. You didn't go for lectures.
We are in the same place. On the same
check out
podcast. We're on the same
Okay.
podcast.
Check out bank
We're on the
account.
same podcast.
Come and check out bank accounts.
Okay. Why exposing him?
But like I digress. So
So, yeah, now you have to introduce yourself. Yeah.
My name is Selikem. I own this initiative called the Young Creatives, which aims to encourage youth creativity. We do this by hosting pop-ups, seminars, and actually mini pop-ups in various schools to empower the students to follow their dreams in creativity, or even just building anything that has to do with innovation, imagination, creativity, and everything. So, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
you guys are inspiring.
Thank you
I'm
so
so
much.
proud of
Yeah,
you.
blessed to be a blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the most auntie thing you ever said. Like,
Okay, like
bro,
I have
that's
to
crazy, bro. That was crazy.
no, I'm serious because like I really am like at the point of like, hey, what are the young ones doing? But this one is over me, honestly.
That was
And we have to
crazy.
backtrack because Tristan caused us a lot of problems. Like, how did they even come on our podcast? It's
Yes.
a different story altogether. I don't know how. Zuu, do you want to talk on Selikem, how he came on the podcast?
It was
He reached out
Yeah.
to
So
you.
actually, we said, oh well, they didn't. You guys didn't hear that part.
Sorry,
Let me
yeah.
just say it again.
So
So we met both of you guys at SOS.
yeah, the
Was
business
it, was
fair.
it this year? Last year?
it was last
Last
December.
Last
Yeah,
December.
time comes like you
Yeah.
Insane, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, last year December, and we spoke to both of you, I guess, and I guess that's what led to you guys coming on.
Yeah.
I remember you had lots of questions about podcasts because
Yeah.
obviously you are doing your podcast thing, and you also came up and spoke to the students,
Yeah.
which is also kind of crazy because, again, when I was your age, bro, what?
So what were you really doing?
Yeah.
Because
That's
the
the
yourself
question.
It's not
cry.
like-
It was
it's
dangerous.
not like-
That's the question.
It's not like I was doing something. The thing
You're
is,
not doing
is
anything.
yes, that's the thing.
That's the real thing.
What
You're
wasn't
not
I
doing
doing? Which is everything.
Mm.
Nothing. I wasn't
And-
doing anything. Yeah.
For Tristan, we already knew that like we were going to do a podcast with him. But then we had a serious situation that
Yeah, one, yeah.
Expedited. Yeah.
expedited
You
the
can't
episode.
write a book.
Oh, she can't.
By the book, I'm not going to proofreader.
The English is kicking your ass, man. By school to come.
Yeah, so I don't know, we're just like chilling, and then we got a call from our social media manager that there's a situation. I don't know if you want to talk about this. There's a serious situation in our DMs and our comments and our stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I think he had sent a message to By Plan like on Instagram. And it's like, oh, you guys, we need to do a podcast. And you know those things, like social media for 20 likes and it will make it happen. 30 likes and it will make it happen.
Make it happen.
Hey! I don't know what was the instruction
Yes.
for you?
10 likes, 10 comments. You know, 10 likes, it was 10 DMs and then 10 comments. Yeah, 10 DMs, 10 tags. Yeah, 10 DMs, 10 tags. Yeah.
It wasn't 10 guys.
And they were
One
overboard.
people.
You
I was
passed.
so shocked.
He passed
Did
everything.
you actually
Yeah.
tell them that you guys?
Do you know what happened? So basically, I come back from driving school and I was sitting there and I was like, "Sadi, should I take a risk?" Like, what they can say is no. So let me just say this. I just put on my story that like, "Sadi, I want to go and stay by plan. I want to go and stay by plan." So, hey guys, let's make it happen, Charlie. You guys just let's make it happen. So thank you guys. Thank you to the fam.
Yeah.
All y'all for
If it didn't happen, they would have rioted. I mean,
I think so. That's what I said. Cancel stay by
Hashtag cancel stay.
They don't have a space for the youth. They go look to us right now.
It's crazy, Charlie.
I mean, we wouldn't have stopped. So
no,
I
was so shocked. It kept going. It wasn't even like one day. It was like one day, next day, next. I still kept seeing tags and things. I'm like, thank you.
Crazy because our calendar is full, but we have to find some space and try and make it happen. Because
we have to give the people what they wanted.
But I mean, like I keep referring to the old conversation. Oh my god! But it's a valuable. You guys will see soon. It's a valuable conversation. So I'm really glad you guys came through. So let's get back into it. So I'll start with you this time.
Yeah, we start with you, true.
All right.
So how did you come up with the whole young creatives? Young creatives.
Yeah, tell us the story.
So basically, when I was 16, I was actually searching on ways to impact Ghana or Africa in a positive way. So it included a bunch of lists I wrote in a book. The first point on the list was low quality education in rural areas.
Look, I'm sorry, even our president. You can't even crack this code. And how old are you? 18?
I'm 19.
A 19-year-old boy, they can't break down, say, education for Ghana. Oh, God.
Okay, my plan was, I know I was naive, but my plan was, okay, if I make a good thesis and make a good video, I will show it to officials, Ghana officials, and it can actually lead to change, you know, but I mean, I was naive. Okay, that's a different topic, right?
Anyway.
So I wrote down a list full of problems Ghana faces, right? And I named it the Selikem Project. So the first one on the list again was low quality education in rural areas. I went to my village, my hometown actually, in Volta region, and I plan on filming a documentary that shows the low quality education the youth faces over there. But then I noticed that just doing a documentary won't actually lead to the impact I think it will lead to, because I don't really have the capital to build schools or actually do something that will lead to a long-term change, a positive change in that area. So I continue searching on problems Ghana faces that I can change or I can start with as an individual. So the problem I saw was fast fashion, pollution in African countries, basically. So what these big fashion brands do is that they produce very large quantities, and the low quality ones, they ship it out or they dump it to third world countries, for example, Ghana. So this was a problem that I saw, and it was a leading factor of pollution in Ghana. So what could I do to make it better? I saw this brand, it's called Vintage Gala, and they do events. They do events that they bring together vintage vendors, and they sell to the public, basically.
Is it a Ghanaian brand?
It's a Ghanaian brand, like it's a Ghanaian initiative. So I was like, okay, let me collaborate with them and do an event with them. So the event was called Vintage Gala X Selikem, back to vintage, # stop fast fashion. So what we did was we then brought a lot of vintage vendors to come and sell to the public, and it was free to enter because we just wanted to push the movement. We didn't really want to profit out of it or nothing. We just wanted to push the movement and everything. So different vintage vendors came to sell their goods, and we then tried to spread a message on what's like fast fashion is doing to Ghana, what fast fashion is doing to Africa, and the issues that it's bringing with pollution and everything. We posted it on social media. We hung there as a banner at the actual event. So it was a success. People came and everything. It was good. So the next day, what my friends were all saying that they wish they had the confidence, they wish they were bold to actually take steps like this, because they have a lot of plans and everything, but they're not bold enough to do it. And my other friends too were like, they love it when young creatives come together, or when young creatives actually hold projects successfully. So then I noticed that these comments were divided into two. Like one group was saying that they were not bold enough to do stuff like this. And another group was saying that they love it when young creatives take initiative and they're successful and everything. So I was like, okay, why don't I just combine the two? Because I wanted to do something next. After the Vintage Gala, after the event I did with them, I was like, what's next? What's next? Like, I want to do something. So I was like, you know what? Let me just combine the two. Let me make an initiative that takes young creatives and helps them to be bold enough to actually take the steps they want to take. So that's where the Young Creatives was born. So since then, that was January of 2023. Since then, we've done pop-up events where young creatives could actually come and showcase what they've done. And young creatives who own brands, they can sell their brands, they can sell their shirts. And musicians can actually come and sing, dance, and everything. And artists too can actually come and share come and exhibit their art. We've also hosted a seminar. It consisted of Spacely, Kukwaeshan, a very famous film director, NK, who is a graphic designer, and Obeng Kasper. He owns this fashion brand called Aja Bing. And we actually have an upcoming event called TYC Fest. And we have an upcoming event called TYC Fest on 9th August. Where a lot of way more brands from last time have actually come to sell that goes there. A lot of artists that come to showcase their arts and singers and everything. There's going to be an after party and everything. You should pull up at Dot Lounge and Bar 9th August.
He has inspired you and he has dropped the art. So you better show up.
9th August.
Where's the place?
East Legon.
East Legon,
East
okay.
Legon.
What time?
11 a.m. to late.
Oh, nice.
So late.
So always, just to track back a little bit, that list that you wrote.
Yeah.
What's
What
up
other
with
things videos?
No, like what's
Okay,
up
it
with
was
this?
what's up with the list?
Yeah, is it still there?
It's still there. It's still there and everything. The creatives was actually there too. Another point was low employment, high unemployment, especially in people that have graduated uni. You know, when people graduate uni fresh, they actually have a very difficult time trying to find jobs and everything. I actually wanted to just do something to document their problems that they face. Actually, maybe I can make a YouTube channel and everything. So it's still there. It's still there. It's still. You know.
Are you looking to like take it to any officials or to anybody?
I mean, yeah, I really wanted to do that, but I was kind of discouraged. You know, people were telling me that Ghana and how the officials go up in the country. Even if you show it to them, they will change. It's gonna be done.
I don't like when people discourage people.
Yeah, actually.
But me, I'll discourage you.
No, stop it.
Because, bro, I was getting to it, but yeah.
I think just for due diligence, you can still go through those channels and know that it didn't work. And then you can do your other side.
So that at least you tried.
Yeah, because me and Zuu, we've tried. We no sauce. So we can sit on the chair and say, yeah, we tried with no sauce.
Yeah.
So you can still try it with the governments and like public places. Like that's fine. You can still try with those people. And then if it doesn't work, you can go on your own direction. So that when somebody comes back and says, oh, but we have this initiative for the youth and you people don't come and you don't show up, you have your receipts. Please, I sent this letter in 2024, September. And I sent a follow-up letter. This is it. And nobody, then now you know that you've done your work. So I think I agree with him, but you just for do them and take the L so that everybody knows that you did it and you took the L. You get it? Because the same with like scholarships. People always say that, oh, if you want a scholarship, to get fund, I applied to get fund like 3 times. I didn't get it. So now I can sit and say that, oh, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Exactly. So that's just by the way.
All right.
So, but this is so inspiring. Like I must
say.
Thank
you so much.
Because Charlie, I don't know if it's people. I feel like people will watch and be like, oh, it's the school. Like, oh, say only your IS kids, so their mind is different. Yes, but then some people are given the same opportunity and they don't use it for anything.
Actually, I think it's social media. I feel like social media exposes you a lot to the world, exposes you a lot to like what other people are doing and what you can do as an individual.
Yeah, but they also TikTok challenges. So I'm trying to say, like, still a balance. Like, it's what you guys have decided to like make out of the opportunities that you got. That is very inspiring, in my opinion. And I'm saying that, like, as you said, because of what we've already heard from both sides. So on your end, like, what are you? Is your own dance? So not
because his own is very parallel
to yours.
Some parts of my life.
And your own ways like
I just went so some other. Oh man.
Okay.
Actually, before I go into it, I was just thinking about something that you said and about like the background and how you're able to think about this way. And there's something that I've been seeing online, it's like a debate. Basically, is nature versus nature, and so basically it's like the impacts of which, like how much one impacts the other, or like which one has the bigger impact in your life, basically. And so, like, people are always debating that it's just human beings and their nature, or people are debating that it's actually the environment. Me personally, I'm of the opinion that it's your environment, and like the biggest one is in the house, in the home, and then it goes out to whatever. So
I agree.
I think, me personally, my whatever it is that I'm doing right now is because of where I was raised and who raised me. So it's just my parents and all of that. So now and then,
Shout out to
shout out to my parents.
You guys, I know you guys who watch this, and I just want to say that you have done an amazing job as parents. At least with what we are seeing now, we don't know if he's stubborn in the house, but like what we are seeing out here is very impressive. You guys have done so well. Yeah. So and him too, of course. You guys are doing amazing.
Yes. So the beginning of my journey, this time when I was like 13, 14, so it was around that time, and I was just thinking to myself, I have to make some money. I can't be in this life and broke. Like, I have to make
this is where Zoo's story happens. I'll let you guys know where Zoo created. So just listen. Okay.
So actually, funny enough, it even started before that, but like that's when like the realization happened. So something I remember when the Nintendo Switch came out, right? So that was like something. I mean, I like games. So I said, well, I want to buy that one. I want that one. Yeah. My parents were like, we're not going to buy it for you. If you want to go and make the money yourself, go and buy it. So I said, okay. So I was planning with my brother that you know what to do, because you see, I'm half American, half Ghanaian. So over there, back then during the summer breaks, we'd go to America, and so my brother and I were thinking of ways I can make money. And so we're like, okay, you know what? This was actually our first business. So we're like, okay, you know what? Let's put together a proposition. So we gather funds from our investors, which are our parents. So we put together some PowerPoint presentation, everything ready. They're like, okay, you know what? Okay, so this is our idea. You know what I mean? When we go to America, it's around like August there, and that's back to school season in America. So that's a lot of people going back to school and all these things, back to school shopping. And we're like, people really like to say that, oh, they have a bag that's from Ghana or from Africa. Or they don't like saying that. I don't know why. So basically, we're like, you know what to do? We buy plenty of the Kente backpacks, buy all of them, and we send it to America and sell them. Hey, we put the things together. So we had like a full, like, okay, this is what we want to do. So and they said, okay, my father said, you know what, okay, we'll do it. So he took us to Osu. Then we went to go and buy like, I say like maybe like 100.
Wow.
Yeah, lots of bags.
Wow.
Yeah, there were lots of bags. They're like, yeah, seriously. And so I was like, okay, you know what, this is what we do. So we bought the bags. One bag on its own was going for 40 cedis at the time. But because we bought it in bulk, it went down to like 20, 30 cedis. Right. And so when we went to America, our plan was we team up with my cousin. And we had a website, and then we went door to door. And so we were selling these things, and we called ourselves America Boys.
America.
You understand?
America.
Yeah, you understand the whole thing was inside. And so what we do is we bought for 20, 30 cedis. We sell it for $30, $40. So you see, like,
but you see that time the CD to dollar
it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. So
like,
this economy, if you do that one, then now and cash out. But before it wasn't that bad. So we'd go door to door and we sell the bags and do those things. And like, it was hard because it was also very long. It was so hot, and people were saying, "Oh no, you don't know what it is. They don't know what's going on." So we had the website too, and we're just like that whole summer basically we were selling. And unfortunately, that summer too, I also kind of fractured my ankle, and so I was kind of out for the foreseeable summer. And so my brother and my cousin had to take over for me and continue the rings. And at the end of it, unfortunately, we didn't have enough money because we had to pay back our investor. So the leftover money was it wasn't enough. So we just went to go and buy some one thing. And I was okay, we learned something.
Forget. Exactly. That's what I think your dad was trying to teach. Because the 100 alone self way he buy is something. He wanted to show you what it's like to invest in a business.
So he was like,
and your stock just did it.
Yeah,
so you leave it in America, you bring it back.
Oh, well, we left it so we actually didn't finish selling all the bags. So we left it with my cousin. Like, we still in America. We sell it.
That's it finished selling it.
Yeah, but now I'm sure he's finished selling it because you say because it was like almost like 7-8 years ago. It was time. So I'm sure by now, because whenever we go, you have like some few dollars for us. We say, we
really
take
nice.
it. And so I said, this is like passive income. So like that, like I'm receiving someone selling it for me. Like, okay, but I know that you also at some point you have to just discount everything and just sell it because you're getting tired.
Yeah.
So I mean, just took it like that and it went. But that was like before I even started like really understanding like, business, okay, like I really want to actually do something. And that one happened when it was just some random like summer. It was I remember it was COVID. It was COVID. So during COVID, I was like, okay, you know what? I was just there, we were playing games because we didn't have anything else to do. So we were just playing games. And I lost the game. And I was like, Mommy. She was watching something on TV, and I was like, what I want to do. So I just sat down during it. and she was watching this documentary called The Secrets.
Yeah.
And I hadn't heard about The Secrets, and to be honest with you, from the looks of it, it didn't really look that interesting. It looked like some 2000s documentary, those type of this thing.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really interesting. But then I was coming to sleep. Actually, I was coming to sleep, but they said something. They said, "Do you want to know the secrets to getting anything you want in life?" Then I was like, "Hey, Charlie, I want to know that one." Man, now I'm interested.
So you know it talks like Jojo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
We also have social media here.
Okay. Shout out to Jojo.
Yeah.
So
So that one day I want to know. That's what made me know that he is like him.
so the secrets, all it said was, you're writing, you have to write stuff down. And they like calling the universe. Me personally, I call it God. You see, because there are lots of verses that back it up what they're saying.
Exactly.
So what they were saying in the documentary was that when you write it down, it confirms that to the universe. Like it's like I'm letting the universe know. But then if you compare it to scripture, there's a scripture that actually I live by, and it's Habakkuk 2:2. So that one it says.
Who said he wants to quote it?
I didn't say that at all. I don't know Habakkuk 2:2. The Bible is big. I know other ones, but I don't know that one.
So Habakkuk 2:2 is actually 2 verse 2 to 3. And basically it says, write the revelation and make it plain on tablets so that you come around with it. Then it continues, for the revelation awaits an appointed time and do it. Exactly.
Wow.
It's sorry, come.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So
It's on to you.
yeah. It's like, yeah. So that was the principle. At that time, I didn't really know it. I was just like, let me just try it and see. Like, I don't even do it. Let me just try it and see. And then also the other one too, which was life and death lies in the power of the tongue. They were saying manifest. They are saying speaking life.
Yeah.
So you see. So at that time, I wrote it down, made it plain, and I had 2 sheets of paper, and I put it on my bedroom mirror. So I had the list of things that I already had, and there were lots of different things that God has done for me, and the things that I wanted in my life. And that one, I was just free. Let's mention anything I wanted. I said, I went from short-term goals to long-term goals. So at some point, I said, I want some new watch, new headsets, new phone. I want everyone to gain admission to SOS. I was going to have to parents to write the exams. And then long-term goals, I said, I want to have a Lambo at 19. I said, I want to.
I mean, it's not
impossible, but
it's not impossible.
Right now, I've debated from Lambo. I don't really miss it.
So what car do you want now?
Serious.
I thought I was coming to say, oh, no, I don't believe in material.
Oh, hey, Charlie. No. It's not like, you see, you know the thing.
You don't have to explain.
No, but funny enough, like the Porsche one.
Screaming.
The reason why that's like the car that like I want, man, is because there's a significance that's attached to it. So this actually is so crazy that there was a day that, see me, I grew up in a Christian home. And I wasn't like saying that I wasn't a Christian, but it's like I didn't really understand like God and understand what's going on. But I remember sometime I was like 12, 13, around, I was actually 14. I was preparing to go to SS around that time. And I was like, you know what, right now where I am, I'm like, sorry, actually I need God. So I just said this common prayer, God, please accept me. Come into my life. And I kid you not, the next day, I went to my father, we were doing rounds. The regular Sunday rounds, we go around. He was going to visit one of his friends. And that friend happened to have a Porsche. Porsche 911 Turbo S. And he's like, oh, got to go for a spin. So then I was like, hey, Charlie, this one your cash out too. so I sat in the car, they took me around and said, you just have to buy it. I have to buy this car. And so to me, right now, I'm looking back at that story and I'm like, there's a reason why I went to be and have that experience with that car at that point in time. Because if I hadn't gone in that point, I would have forgotten that day that I gave my life to Christ. So it's like a symbol of like what has happened since I gave my life to Christ. So it's like the deeper meaning, also the car they beat. So like it's both of them together.
Something really good happened to me. Something.
You understand? So that's like why that's my car that like right now they are one. So anyways, the goals, I written on the goals. And at first, like they said that I should be saying them constantly. I should, in the morning when I wake up, I should say it. The night when I should say it. And I was like, okay, let me say it. And what I realized happening was that the months to follow, things just started just like falling in place. One by one, I just started and it was so crazy. Like I was like, I just wrote this thing down. It's coming into my life. I should wrote this thing. I'm like, hey, I thought it was magic at that time. But then you see, now that I'm here and using the principles that we've already mentioned, what I realized is that all that did was I opened my mind up to the opportunities that are around me. And all I did was just create that sense of focus. But at the end of the day, it wouldn't have been possible had I not taken action, had I not gone into it and said, okay, no, this is here. Let me just do it. Like, let me ask. Like, sometimes let me just ask.
Yeah.
Those type of things. So writing those goals down just changed everything. And the reading stuff, I didn't even start reading at that time. I was just like, just Jimmy, like, just doing whatever I wanted to go and do. But then the reading parts, that one.
Yes, please tell us why you started reading.
This is where his story comes back to
I mean,
Zuu were aligned.
so basically, right. So the books and all of that. So there's a time again during the summer, I was on TikTok and I was just scrolling. And I realized that, Charlie, one, I'm slow. Like the conversation, I can't have a deep conversation. I was like, but me, I'm not deep. Like I can't have a conversation with somebody and be like, talk about life and death and those things and how them be like, hey, Charlie, they use smart. Like I didn't feel that vibe. And the second thing, I was also like, Charlie, look, I don't have any game. Like, I can't talk to girls, so I don't know what I can see. So then I was just thinking that like we just thought that just in my head, and I was just scrolling on TikTok, and then I saw someone this thing that called me like, do you want to know the key to get any girl you want in life? And I was like, these things they're all foolish things, but let me just watch just for. The guy said, oh, girls they like a sensible guy, smart guy who knows about his things, who has his priorities in order, who has what's it called, financial knowledge, who knows about this, and I'm like, I want to be that person, let me be that person. So then I said, Mommy, give me a book. And then she just went into it. She gave me some book. The book was called How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's by Dale Carnegie. And let me tell you, when I started reading that book, it was hard initially because I didn't have the interest for it. And it's like, it was kind of difficult to really get into it because also it's targeted towards adults. And I'm someone who's 16, 14, around that age, 14, 15, 16 there. And I'm like, this thing, the anecdotes that he's giving, the stories that he's telling, it doesn't relate to me. So it's not interesting. But I said, let me just stick to the course because the end goal is there, Charlie.
Talk to the girls.
I mean,
so basically what happened was that what I realized happening wasn't after I finished reading the book, and I didn't really realize that like something had happened until like this is what I even spoke about in the beginning about paradigm shifts. That paradigm shift, it happened. And it was like, yo. So what happened was that they mentioned the principle in the book that like what humans do to kind of like relate to people and like confirm people and all those things and reassuring people. That's one thing that you can do that can really help in your influence as a leader, is being able to reassure people, encourage them when they do good things, and then like not really insult them when they do bad things, but like kind of like guide them.
Yeah. And
so I was just like, okay, that's interesting. And then it was that evening, my mother was talking to my sister and she was doing that same thing. And I was like, I just saw it in the book and you're doing this. And I explained to her, like, this is what you're doing. She didn't even know she was doing it. She was like, really? And I was like, that's crazy. So from that point on, I was like, you know what? Forget the girls, Sally. Let me just, I like the knowledge. The knowledge can bring me much more than those things.
Listen, in life, there are some things that you never let go of. And I know that he's saying he's forgotten the girls, but I know it's a lie. It's packaging. I know, bro. But don't worry, they don't need to know that part. Only we know.
Yeah, so it's cool. But like honestly, yeah, so it's now I guess everybody has like perspective of the two of you and what you guys are doing. I think what you guys are doing is completely amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so aside these deep things that you guys are doing.
Yeah, please, we want to feel like people are normal because
you know, okay, so me personally, like I don't really like going out in the evening. Like me, I'm not a social person like that. No, but relax. No, but
listen to you right now. Wait, Selikem, please tell me. I don't listen to you right
okay.
now. I don't listen to you.
This guy.
I don't listen to you right now.
No.
I don't listen to you.
I didn't.
We'll come back to you.
We'll come back to you there every day. I want to hear his side of the story. And if you have any information on him, feel free to share.
Yeah, open the keys.
Any information on him, feel free to share.
Yo.
Put the camera to
There's no evidence I do you. So yeah, what have you been doing?
I mean, with the things we do, it does take a lot of time.
Right.
You know, to do like events and to host podcasts, you know, and to write a book. It will take a lot of our time. But I mean, there's still some parties you can go here and there. It's summer. It's summer. Go out. If you don't go out, your girl will cheat on you.
It's all jokes, all jokes, all jokes.
So now person is like, aha, this is my
I'm now
kind
seeing,
of.
you know, I'm now seeing myself.
This was who I was.
Hey.
It's summer. It's summer, and like you're a kid, you're a teenager.
So what do you guys do for summer? Because like when me and Zuu were that age, what we're doing? We're just going for like normal parties, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Me, I heard that you
Do some one or two
your parties are very
internships, them
slow.
ones.
So one or two what?
Internships and
Yeah, we also used to be like head
couple.
coaches.
Yeah.
Are you guys? How are you guys your parties? Like, what's a typical party of your age? What do you guys do at the parties?
Hey, the things I've heard
Because the
recently.
things I've heard, but
I
your
say,
friends are
yo,
watching too. So.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot.
Let's go to Vicky's.
Oh, actually, my free time, I go to the library.
No, you get it.
I mean, I go to the library and I go to church.
Yeah.
You go to church
Same,
in
bro.
your free time.
Same, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
You go to church in free time.
No,
And
same,
I go
bro.
to
You have to go
the
to
library.
No,
So
man.
just get some more knowledge, you know.
Which library do you go to?
You see, there are a lot, so I just go.
Yeah,
Just go there.
yeah. I see what you mean, bro.
Go.
I see what you mean,
So
bro.
I'm sure you'll be meeting Zuu at the library sometime.
Exactly.
Yeah, I sit at the back, so
Yeah.
I've been seeing him, yeah.
yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
seriously, aside the parties, but so I'm sure you guys are not parts, but there are some people who really go for parties in your age.
Oh, now and you're like,
Yeah.
And
it's late.
does it worry you how like crazy those parties are, or you think that is normal? I don't know if my question makes sense.
I get what you mean.
I feel like it would be their normal. Do you guys
don't-
find it anything weird about how you guys party?
How weird? I mean, no, not really.
No,
I saw
you
it,
find
yeah.
it weird about how people party your age.
My age? Oh no, we are okay.
Yeah.
But their age is very scary.
Some things.
Because
now
we
and
hear
then.
that some of you are doing a lot of illegal things.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
I really don't know anything about that.
Do you know?
Okay, so-
I don't
There's something that.
Mhm.
So I don't know if it fits, but maybe I can try and just mention it. So I was. No attack anything.
No,
I was.
no.
We were reading some what's it called? We're reading a book.
Mm.
I was just reading a book right now. It's called Diary of a CEO.
Mhm.
And it's by somebody who has a podcast.
So he's
Yeah,
reading
just
some
read it.
key books in
Yes.
there. I'm waiting to read Rich
The guy-
Dad Poor Dad.
Oh, I read it too. I read that one.
I mean, that's a good
I read that one like
That's
I read
right.
that.
That's
Eh,
right. Mhm.
So basically, in that book, he was basically talking about the mind, and he was talking about this one of the keys inside the book, and it's a process called habituation, right? So habituation is a neurological phenomenon where basically it's like repeated stimuli to yourself. It causes you to like kind of just ignore it, like your senses ignore it. So an example of that is you're spraying cologne on, you spray cologne for like 2 weeks straight. After that end of the time, you don't smell it as much as you smelled it the first time.
Yeah.
And that's basically what happens. It's like your brain kind of disregards certain things.
Exactly.
And so this is kind of like how it is in terms of society. So like you see it so much and like you get used to it. It's like
Exactly.
it doesn't seem something that's so crazy, so
Yeah.
weird. And that's just something that in our brains. But if someone looking out from the outside looking in, you're like, hey, because compared to what they know and what they were used to, it's not like that.
Real.
Yeah.
Hey,
Makes
the
sense.
boy has done it.
Yeah, I mean,
The
yeah.
smart that he wanted to be
Down
smart to
and-
get the girl. So yeah,
Yeah.
my yeah,
Back.
he has done it.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like I could have been like that. Just like I got injured when I was
You know,
Injured where?
on my knee. I'm paying my
You got injured in your focus.
I'm paying my brain developments, but it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. Okay. So, Selikem,
yeah.
what are your plans like from now? Or even for school, like what are you looking to do for uni? Are you trying to do something in the creative space as well?
Yeah, I actually don't plan on stopping this. I could balance it with uni. So the aim is just to go higher and higher and higher. You know, do more projects, go bigger. Aside that, do my economics in uni.
Oh, I
And
did
yeah.
economics.
Yeah,
too.
economics. I love economics.
Yeah, it's
I
really
love
good.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, she can be your TA.
No, I've quit. Stop.
No, but it's true.
But I can actually be your TA, like look.
Because she was a TA.
Because I was a
Of course,
TA. Like I'm
yeah.
taught A level, O level,
Well,
and
oh, really?
uni
Did
economics.
you
Uni
like
economics,
it?
I love. I mean,
loved
for me
it.
to teach it,
Mm.
I really like
I
it.
was there.
But I didn't teach uni
Yeah.
econs. I taught uni stats.
Start. Oh, I hate start.
Oh, you can't do
I don't
that.
like
The two of them
They go together.
So
Yeah.
you have to
Yeah.
manage.
But yeah, I mean,
That's
the plan is
interesting,
just to move forward and do different things and go to different countries and do TYC independent. Also, not only TYC, but like other businesses and other branches I actually want to start. And the aim is to keep doing it. Let's get bigger till I can even do this full time.
Nice.
Yeah,
But I'm
that's
happy that
that.
you're staying in school because some
Yeah.
people they wanted to stop school. That one, you said it's the first episode, so I'll say it for them over here.
So I just say it again.
Yes, tell them.
Yeah, so like when he was saying he was 13, 14 and you were writing what your goals and stuff like that. Yeah. So when I was 13, 14, I remember telling my parents that when I'm around 16 or 17 or last after high school, I'm not doing any more education. I'm going to be an interior designer.
I mean, that's not bad. That's a guy who knows what he wants.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's how I was seeing it. And so I started doing my business plan. And so to them, it's like, first of all, it sounds like a joke because interior designer, like, it's not something I hear often, but it was something I was really into. Like, I did the business plan. I was doing how I'm going to be doing my designs. I went to download, what do you call that thing? CAD. There's some right now I've forgotten, but it's some program that they used to design homes and stuff.
Serious.
Bro, I was on it. I downloaded it, bro. They came and seized all my documents. They said, no, these guys are
Shut down.
Yeah,
It's shut down.
Just forget. I think they wouldn't have been mad about it. It's because I said I was going to stop school.
Yeah.
So it's like, nah, forget this design thing, forget it, and focus on your
You know
books.
something? I was even thinking. I'm sorry.
Go on.
This was even with school and all these things, right? So thinking about school nowadays, what I'm seeing is the conversation start to change a little bit. And it's maybe not in Ghana per se, but it's a global thing. I know it will trickle down to Ghana eventually, but the whole university thing, institutions and all those things. Nowadays, like people are arguing that you can learn those things online.
Exactly.
And there are lots of different things that you can do. Like, let's say somebody doesn't go to school for those 4 or 5 years, right? And rather uses that time to gain experience in the work world. So running a business type of things. And somebody goes to school for the 4 years and learns about the businesses, but it doesn't actually have the experience of running a business.
Yeah.
At the end of the 4 years, who will be more valuable? So it's like the value that's provided. And so right now, like me personally, like I want like please go to school now and it helps. Like it really does help a lot. But that conversation, so it starts to come up more because now you can learn literally anything you want online, and it's getting faster and faster and faster. So it just comes up.
The most valuable thing about university is not what you learn in the lecture hall.
The connections.
This is the
The
connection.
connections.
That's the only reason.
Yeah,
For sure.
Not the only reason, but it's one of the main reasons why, like, you being in a physical university is more beneficial than learning stuff online. So with this argument, I agree. If you learn this online and you're doing the jobs, you make the job. Like you'll be better off than the person who's in uni.
But the connections.
So if you go to university and you are just like studying and you are not like making connections,
Go to the parties, bro.
you have a problem. Not just go to the parties like Zoo. Like think outside of your box. Especially like when you have like your main courses and then you have like other courses you are taking. You see different people in different classes. Like interact with all of them and try to understand what they are doing, why they are doing what they are doing. And it really helps because I feel like sometimes we don't know it, but it's just like, oh, somebody's looking for something. Oh, I have a friend who did this. Let me call them.
Yeah.
Or I had a friend, let me call them. Like, even with what you guys are talking about, like, I was thinking about the people who came on our podcast for the fast fashion thing.
Yeah.
Like, we for connect them to those people. Do you get it? And, like, you're writing a book. Oh, I know this person who is into publishing. Like, we are already thinking about stuff like that because we went to uni. I don't know if it's class meeting.
No, but
yeah,
just
it's basically that.
I agree with what you're saying. And combining uni with something on the side also is a really good thing because at this age you make mistakes because you guys are new to business, you're new to this life. I think there's people who focus, it's not a bad thing,
which is fine,
as we said, focus solely on uni and just go to uni and they come out and then now they try and do stuff. I don't think that's a mistake, but I feel like if you're going to make mistakes, make your mistakes early. You know, figure yourself out, know that okay, this works, this doesn't work, I like this, I don't like this, and then when you come out you are in a better position to excel. You know what I mean? That's how I see it. So even with your job and things, when you come out to uni, you're doing a job, make mistakes in that job. It's not your business. It's somebody's business. If any year what happens, at the end of the day, you're just an employee. You know what I mean? So no, for real, like make your mistakes there. Because when you are the boss and the mistakes are being made in your company or you are making the mistakes and it's your name that's on the tax.
That one day you sit down.
You will see that it's kind of crazy. So definitely everybody makes mistakes. Make your mistakes as early as you can and then learn from them and then you'll be a better person moving forward.
I have a question. What would you say to people who are under the idea that you cannot balance both. Because let's say you're doing something like engineering, something like medicine, you're doing this type of intensive courses, and they tell you that it's a lot of time, you can't focus and do both. You end up just not getting anything done. What do you say to that?
It's not true.
No, I think it's not for everybody.
I think it's not for everybody.
It's not true,
yeah.
but it's not for everybody. There are some people that just have to stay in their medical school and focus on that.
I think,
and that's it.
I think at the end of the day, it's based on what you want.
Yeah.
For example, a business major can actually focus on both because he does business in uni and he owns a business.
So it's like practical.
Exactly. He's doing his hustle. He's doing what he what moves his life forward.
Yeah.
But as an engineering student or a medicine student, someone who's doing like medicine, if it's actually what they want to do in life, that's their hustle.
Yeah.
What they do in school is their hustle, and that's what's actually moving their life forward.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, and okay, in terms of uni, what I believe, in a 19-year-old perspective, someone who's like
the disclaimer, they don't
perspective, and someone
who's
actually about to go to school. The number one mistake you can make with uni is actually going to do something that you don't want to do, or do something that
like Zuu, because
your parents.
I'm not trying to bash you, like honestly, like
no, I wanted to do psychology actually.
Really, but I just didn't want to do it in that school.
No, I did. So I didn't know what I wanted to do. So when I went, and I was already interested in psychology before uni, so okay, might as well because it's something I'm interested in. And by the end of it, I had enjoyed it. I just didn't. I finished and I was like the practicality of it in this country. I'm like, what am I going to do this here? So
so your parents, saying some of your parents,
and it's like they don't really want to do that, but their parents actually like maybe not even only their parents, or they just go without actually knowing themselves or what they want to do.
Yeah.
So I just feel like the world is moving very fast. The world doesn't really work the way it worked 40 years ago or 50 years ago, where you go to uni and you don't really know what you want to do and this and this and that. So in my opinion, what you should do is that like you should know what you want to do, go to uni, work towards it. And after like you're done with uni, you're actually in a further place in life compared to someone who didn't really know what he wanted to do or she wanted to do, go to uni and actually like end of the day working at a job he spends like 12 hours in, not like feeling depressed, not wanting to actually like work in that job, going home, getting paid a little above minimum wage. But not compared to someone who knew what he wanted to do, whether like he went to uni or not, he knew or she or he knew what he wanted, like the person wanted to do and work towards that. And the person will always be in a higher place in life.
Yeah, I think all of these things, and in a way, there's also like a sense of like privilege that comes with it because some people don't really have the choice, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's about fulfillment. It's like what gives you fulfillment. The things that will give you fulfillment are the things that you enjoy doing or want to do, and it may not feel. I'm sure for you guys, these things that you do, it doesn't feel like work. Like you just genuinely enjoy it. You know what I mean? So what I think is, for people who are trying to combine uni with something else, I think it's possible for anybody because if the second thing you're doing is something that gives you fulfillment, you find a way to make it happen. And I think it's about time management. I think that's what everything is down to: organization and time management. Even if you're doing medicine or engineering, because we always see people like they do some of these subjects and you see somebody and it's like you heard that they graduated with the first class in this course, you're like, huh? Like, but once you are doing this thing and how did you manage it? But it's because they find fulfillment in the things that they do, and so they're able to make time and put the efforts in and be able to achieve both. So I think for the people who are your age, or I'm sure we'll have people your age who are watching, and you want to achieve certain things, you need to find do the things that you find fulfillment in, as you know, on the side of your uni, and then just manage your time. If you don't manage your time, it go over you on both sides.
And then I also think the importance of like mentors, and you forget sensible mentor, not a silly person who is directly the opposite way of where you're going to go. And I also think not everybody has a good relationship with their parents, but generally, I think one thing that I regret is not having enough conversations with my parents when I was in my teen years. Because now, maybe because I'm older now, maybe we get along well. But now that I've started to talk to my mom and my dad more often, they have so much like that they can teach you or they can advise you.
Because they've made the mistakes already.
They've made the mistakes already. And they would even be able to better help you sometimes because they live with you. So they can see that.
Why couldn't you talk to them? Were you like in your teen bitchy phase or?
No, I just didn't think they had anything to say to me. I just felt like we were in different ages. Like even if they tell me
They
something
don't
like
understand
it
you.
doesn't
Yeah,
apply to me,
yeah,
which is
yeah,
true.
I get that.
Which is still true,
I
but
get that. Yeah.
They still have something
they
to
still
say.
have something
Yeah.
to say.
That's
So I
very
think you should
relatable.
have like
Yeah.
some conversations with them. Even with this business thing that your
Yeah.
dad did, he knew why he bought 100. He could have said, "Oh, just buy 10 or just
Yeah.
buy 50."
There was a lesson in
There
it.
was a
investment.
lesson in there,
Yeah.
so that you
Yeah.
guys understand what it is to have inventory. Like how me and Zuu have inventory. Please buy up. I beg you. I'm actually begging.
No.
You people buy it.
Buy
Our money is
our
locked.
merch.
Buy it.
Please buy. We have the t-shirt too. So, like, I'm just
Me, I didn't even know we still have some more.
because it's in my room. I see it every day. Please help me
By Plan.
show them. This
Yo,
one.
it feels
Ah,
Yeah,
bro,
it's quality,
yo,
it's
bro.
quality.
We don't joke here.
Don't joke
Yeah,
here.
all star.
Yeah. So please inventory.
I'm screaming.
This is nice.
Yeah, this
So,
is
yeah,
nice.
So yeah, inventory. Sorry.
Yeah,
So we have
sorry.
inventory. Please tell me about our this thing. So yeah, so they have like lessons that they can
Teach, yeah.
that would be valuable for you. That you will not get in any book because
Yeah,
they live and way.
They live and way,
them when you
yeah.
learn from
for
it.
sure.
So
Yeah.
definitely like listen to your parents.
Speaking of books, please tell us more about your book.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Okay.
Elevate.
Yes, Elevate.
Yes.
Elevate is 5 principles to unlock the champion within. And yes, so
Assemble.
So, like a 90-year-old has written a book.
uh,
Journal. I've not even written a journal, you guys. I've never written a journal.
so basically what happened was, it started the whole book thing even started before. Like, see, right now in my school we did the IB, and so the senior years of high school, the 4 years of high school, is MIP4, MIP5, DP1, DP2. DP2 is the senior year, final year. And so this started when I was in NYP5 around there. That's when I really started really getting into books and really reading books and really like gaining so much knowledge on those type of things. And what I would like to do is pass on that knowledge and see that like, I'm actually making an impact on somebody's life. I remember the first conversation I've had with somebody, and some of my closest friends, but one of the conversations I had with somebody, because of the books I've been able to read, I've been able to help him. And seeing that growth in his life, I'm like, this is just because like God has put me in this position to be able to learn so much, so I can pour and be a blessing to other people. And so I was like, sharing those things. And that just became something that I just constantly did. So like people will be coming to my room, people will be talking to me like, oh, I can't come, I need to talk. This type of thing. So in real season now, I can sleep at like 3 a.m. There's some time where I had SAT, like the actual SAT test. And we had to leave the hostel at 6:30. That day I slept at 3 because I was talking to somebody. I didn't go to the room, I was just talking like this. And I didn't, yeah, I was the head boy. So
Yeah.
I didn't really feel like that. That was in MIP5 when all those things were happening. I didn't really feel like it was like, well, I really enjoyed seeing that thing happen, that type of paradigm shift happen in people's minds.
Right, yeah.
And so basically, as I went on, unfortunately though, it's also very time consuming. And at some point, it's like, I want to lie to you, I went mad, like,
Yeah.
everybody's problems is coming to my head.
Jessica, shout out to Jessica.
Everybody's problems were just
Yeah.
like, it just became a lot. And I just had to like slow down and say, okay, relax. I know to help people, but also if you're not helping yourself, you can't help people.
You are burning yourself
Yes.
to keep others warm.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
this is when my mother, like, since I started reading these things, she was like, she kept saying, like, start a YouTube channel. Just start talking about these things. That way, people are talking. Just go watch my last video. You know how to type of thing. I was like,
She get mad.
mommy's on YouTube and this thing. She's on Instagram.
Want to come to your house for like lunch.
Oh,
She
sure.
just-
I'm sure. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
mommy.
sure. She loves
Yeah.
having this conversation. She does fitness in Ghana.
Okay.
She's a health coach.
Okay.
Now she's also a life coach. So she's mixing both of them together. And yeah, that's where like it's both my parents. They're just like inspirations, this type of thing. So she kept pushing me to like, oh, just do this. At some point, it's like this started in NYP5. And keep in mind, I started my YouTube channel the summer of BP1 going to BP2. And so I've been like a year, 2 years of that. And I was just like, okay, enough is enough. Let me just start. And I kept telling my mother that like, but I don't have this camera here. I don't have the microphones. You sound some way. I don't know how to talk in the microphone. And she was like, okay, relax. Let me tell you something. She said this thing, I'll never forget what she told me. She said, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great.
Bars, bro.
So
Bars. I'm stealing it.
so that's when it started. And I was just like, as I started recording those things, it just slowly started coming together, and like different. Now, if you look at my first video, if you see that first video, you see my latest video, you see like there's a difference.
Even asset.
You see, like that's it, and that's a message to people who are watching. Please, you don't have to be great. Just start and just put it out there. You learn, you alter it, you make differences, and that just makes it better and better. People can see the growth, you can see the journey. Exactly, it's a journey. So basically, that's where the YouTube started. And then I started posting the YouTube. My mother's like, okay, now that you have a YouTube, now you have kind of an audience. You need something a product. You need something to be able to like package it and be like, this is a combination of my thoughts. She was like, you need to write a book.
That's crazy.
She told me that in my last year of high school. And I don't know if you know about like the IB, but
hectic.
The IB, like when I say the IB, like it's very, very bad because you see, they have what we call IAs, internal assessment. They have EEs, you have TOK, that's theory of knowledge, that's right, you have to do exhibition. And that's in addition to your subject, your 6 subjects that you have to write exam. So it's like, it's a lot of things that are going on, and it's happening in my final year. And at the same time, too, as you mentioned, I was the head boy of the school. So like,
you're doing podcasts.
That, exactly. So like, there's a lot of things that are just like in my way, like, what things on my plate? And I was like, Charlie, like, if you don't do it now, when are you going to do it? And like, if you go into later on, you don't know the opportunity will be there. And my mother at that time, she had an experiment and she crashed. She has a book. She has a prayer journal. She has a planner. She has her actual book that she's in. She's been like experimenting with publishing and all those things. She was like, okay, I have the ISBN number. So you just write your book and we put it together. We see what can happen. And then she was telling me that. And so this gets into my final year. And I was like, okay, no, and let me just write. And I told her that I can't write. I don't have time. She said, okay, don't worry. Just write something small. Something small and to go. Don't worry. Just something small. And I was like, okay, no, I can write, but it won't be long. Fine. So I started writing the second semester, which is kind of, I would not advise that to anybody. Please don't go and start, Charlie. It's a lot of things that I've been together because I was writing that book at the same time to the final year, at the same time to head boy. So it's like a lot of things are just going on. And I had to like just make time to just write that book and finish that book. And funny enough, I finished writing that book in the middle of my final exams. Like,
that's crazy.
Like in the middle of my finished writing it, and you know, so I don't know if I can say this.
No. People need to go on to no.
It's the story.
Why are you giving? Why are you like?
It's not in the book.
No, it's not in the book.
It's not in the book, but he has a podcast.
It's not in the
Yo,
So
yeah.
oh,
don't worry. They're sharing the story there.
If we do cliffhanger, like so
Find out
more
I
can give them.
information.
Yeah, we can
Go
give.
and
We can
watch
give.
the podcast.
We can give the clip.
Cliffhanger.
That's true.
That's true.
I actually want to find out, like, on Selikem's part, like, what has the support been? My favorite question.
All right, yeah.
What has the support been like from like your family, especially for me and Zuu? Your name is Selikem, so maybe I'm just assuming, but you say you're from Volta. Our parents are
very there,
when it comes to like being creative. They are very like educationalists.
Education first,
yes,
basically.
Education. So how about you, like your perspective?
Okay, at first I wanted to do the vintage gala for my uni actually. You know, when you're applying to uni, extracurriculars and everything. So at first, you know, I was telling my dad, but dad, you know, like, mom, it's for school. I'm doing it for school, you know. So actually I wanted to do it, not before school and stuff like that. So I know I went so hard at it. They were supporting me, even if like it wasn't connected to school. They were like, Selikem, we see you like putting so much hard work in it. It's something big. It's not normal. So my parents, my dad, they really supported me actually. But then it came to the young creatives and I was hesitant on telling them because this is a very Gen Z idea. Would they understand it? But as you said, parents can, even though you think they may not relate to you, what they say can actually help you out. So they did, like, they were advising me a lot and they actually helped me a lot. My parents helped me a lot. They invested into it. They and my house helped me and they aided me because it's something not normal. Like, I don't want to boast, but no.
You for boast. Now this day by Plan with the record at this time. Look, there's blood and sweat. It's a big deal. So what you're doing is a big deal. What he's doing is a big deal.
No, it's not normal for people my age to do these kind of things.
100%.
And they see the success in it and they see the hard work I put in it and they're actually very, very proud. And I did a podcast with him actually a year ago. That was actually my first podcast. Like it was me and him, like one-on-one. One-on-one episode. And they saw that episode and they saw like how I was speaking and stuff like that, and they were shocked. They were like my son is actually like doing something great, and he's dropping gems in this podcast and everything.
So I go on the podcast.
That's the best feeling when they are shocked. When they are surprised,
my
like,
son is
you
like
better be
in
surprised.
a podcast, speaking like, so they saw all those things, they see the work I do, they see the events I do, and they support me because it's big.
Yeah.
It's something big, and they see how much I love what I do and everything. So shout out to you, Mama.
Yeah, you guys are doing amazing.
You guys are doing amazing.
Wow.
But
This
before
episode.
we're about to wrap up because we passed our time.
Yeah.
We've recorded again. Please. I don't know why you forgotten, but you brought something for us.
Yes, please. I say yes.
I was waiting for him to.
I was coming to say it right now. I was coming to say, I was like, I brought
So
something
you
that's
act like I
Yes.
didn't
The
say
pink
it.
one is
yeah. So the pink
I'm
one,
feeling really bad now.
So
No,
this one,
don't
I'm
feel
Oh,
bad.
don't feel
bad
bad.
now.
Don't
It's
feel
kind of
bad.
like
Don't
so
feel bad.
they're rapping. They have to do last minute, but yes,
Okay.
it's just
It's better than nothing.
Mike.
So
Yeah.
how can people if someone sees or watches this episode and they want to tap into your book,
Yes.
Is there anything else inside?
are your picture when your expressions?
Nothing.
Yeah, I needed a picture. My mother was like, "Oh, learn where you're coming from. I have to be shy
So
about
if
it."
someone wants a copy,
Yes.
how can they get one?
So the book is available on Amazon. You can buy it. Those are for the international people. As in Ghana, please, you can go booknook.store. It's available there for pre-order. I said pre-order for order. The order is delivered. It's the same price. Okay.
Yeah.
And for the people in Ghana, I've really sorted all of us out. So please, and the book nook is also there. And God willing, I'll see you. I'll also be at
TYC first.
the TYC Fest.
Let me
I
also-
love it. I actually love it. Yes,
Let me
let's
also
talk about that.
plug my stuff. TYC Fest.
If you have a flyer, I'll put it at the side.
No.
Yes.
TYC Fest. TYC Fest, 9th August. All your favorite brands are going to be there. Tristan's book,
God
he's
willing.
going to
Yes.
sell it there and everything.
Yes.
And my gift to the both of you is free entry. Free entry for both of you, Afi and Zuu.
Yeah. We'll take it. We'll take it.
When you
We'll be
come,
there.
Just be like, Selikem has a copy. He's working.
There are people watching. They'll come and say,
No, only exclusively for the both of you. Yeah. That's my gift to both of you too.
We love that. We
amazing.
love that.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah.
So we'll put all the details.
Again, I have something to show.
The
Some,
game.
yeah, some. Listen, I don't know if there's time to do this.
And maybe we'll cut it and do it as a different thing.
Okay, sure.
What's
Okay,
like, it's
sure.
not-
Oh no, it's something that is like, yo.
Yeah, do it right now. Let's do it right
Hey,
now. A
big.
short one.
Wait, what were you? But you
Yeah.
guys were saying something.
You're making
We're
a
wrapping
name.
up.
Like,
Yeah. So hold on. Let me just.
So I
let me
asked him
do
that we
this.
should play a game on the podcast.
Yeah. So
Okay.
So when you see this picture, right? I want you to just let me know how old you think this person is.
Okay.
How old?
Yeah. How old?
How
When you
old?
see this, how old do you think this person is?
Let me also
The
look. There.
picture.
Young, old.
Young.
Let me see.
Person looks young.
A teenager.
Yeah.
I see that. Oh, I saw both.
You sure it's there?
Yeah,
see
I
that.
saw the
Okay.
old woman first, and then I saw
Let me
the
see.
young person.
Oh, okay.
Let me
Do
see.
you see it?
No, I see a young
I see the
person.
young. I
You
saw
see
the
the
young
old-
first,
Nah, it's a
and
young
then
person.
I see the old after. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the old.
Do you see the
first.
old person?
Nope, I just see a young person.
You guys show where the old person is.
Who be uncle? I've forgotten where I saw it.
This is the nose. This is the
And her mouth. These are her eyes. Her eyes like
Okay,
it kind of looks like a
okay.
witch.
Do you see?
Yeah, I see.
You
I see.
see?
I see, I see, I see.
So basically, what this is inside the book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, right? And inside the book, this is basically where I learned about paradigms.
Mhm.
And this is like the example of paradigms. It's how you see the world.
Mm.
And you see at first when you saw it in
I
a
saw the
certain
old
way,
woman
the
first.
old woman first. You saw the young woman first. It's paradigms. It's how you see the world, the lens through which you see the world. So
So who's old first?
no, it's not like so it's just the way that people think.
bro. Auntie Afi.
So this is just the way that people think.
Yeah.
And you see the moments where he was struggling to see the other
old
person.
woman,
Exactly.
We actually had
You
to
have to
show
it.
him.
And once that happens, you see like, oh, I see it now. That's
Yeah.
paradigm shift. And that's when you're able to see something through another lens,
Essence
another
lens,
perspective. And that is so important in this country because they're always one way, like if it's not this way. But once you can get yourself and see yourself, and that's only possible if you open your mind up
Exactly.
and you're able to see it. So that's just like, little teaser. I don't know if you're able to show the picture
Yeah,
on
we
this
will.
thing.
Oh, yeah,
Uh-huh.
sure,
So
sure, yeah.
yes, that's just something. Just open your mind up and just experience the paradigm shifts. Like
Real.
Hey,
you can
Charlie.
have-
I've been so inspired by this episode. Like,
It's a great way to
my
end
brain
it.
busted. Like, no offense to all the people who have come on the podcast this year, but like,
They didn't bust
I
your
didn't
brain like
expect
this.
like to be so inspired from this episode. I thought that me and Zuu are now coming to do imbibing, like, oh, as we've inspired you, stay by plan, do this, do that. It's like the two of you have come and you've inspired me. Like, I'm so inspired.
Thank you so
and,
much.
Thank God.
I feel like refreshed. Like, yeah, I don't stop stay by plan again.
To all our past guests, me, I was still inspired by you.
I didn't say I wasn't inspired. You
I'm
see how
just saying.
You see how
I'm just putting it out there, Guys, don't feel bad. We were inspired by you. I said we.
You guys understand what I'm trying to say. Yes, we've been inspired, but I didn't think this was going to be an episode that was going to inspire me.
Thank God.
Means she's saying your first impressions there.
No, I just assumed that because, which is actually like bad, but like I just assumed that I just have a teenage light-hearted conversation. No mind who shocked the most during the episode. Did they do retrospection? I've never seen Zuu so quiet in an episode in my life. Because most of the time Zuu will be like, oh yeah, me too. I remember when this one day cast. And that's what even inspired me the most.
But also my mouth is paining me, it's possible.
So yeah, like thank you guys so much for coming on Stay by Plan.
Yes.
And of course, like you should call us to come on your podcast.
Yes,
and if you are
please.
doing like a creative thing and you need like people to talk on the panel, just let us know. Like we'll be there. And
sure.
I mean, this has been so amazing.
For sure.
So before we wrap up, just let us know who you want to hear on this podcast. One person each. And what song you've been listening to. One song each. And then drop your social media handles.
Yeah, how people can follow and connect and stuff. Yeah.
Who I want on this show. Okay, so this was actually one of my previous guests, and he's actually one of my friends, and he was also the SRC president in my high school. Okay. So his name is Keldon Fuati.
Okay.
In that episode, we talk about all of these type of things, and he himself, like his whole life, especially in high school, is a testimony, like in of itself. You know how he got to the role of president, and I feel like that story would be really inspiring. So if you can get him on the show, that would be very, very lovely.
Nice. Yeah. Who do you want to hear?
All right, this guy called Nana Nyako. He owns this brand called Iniri.
Iniri.
Yeah. Okay. He said it's a Christian brand. Okay. So his mind actually really inspires me a lot. The way he thinks, he's in Ashesi.
I think
he's in Ashesi.
Yeah, because when you said Iniri, it sounded like a bit familiar.
Yeah, the way he's the one that actually introduced me to this. Like when I first entered, he's the one that actually kind of mentored me and everything, taught me a lot about this whole business side, the way he thinks, and Nana.
Nice. You can get my mother to that would be nice.
Oh, someone here, come to the house. Come to record it. Yeah, honestly.
Oh yeah.
And then, what song have you been listening to?
That you think people can check out? Yeah.
This one, okay. Let me see. You know, like it's been a mix. So okay, right now, like in this thing, I can't like I not like us, so that thing is popping.
Not like us. Kendrick.
Yeah, that thing is popping. But like on the reg, I'm a what do you call it? I like Nathaniel Bassey. That's my
yeah, same.
That is crazy. Like on my Spotify, every time he's like my number one.
Yeah.
Then they did this like Ghana praise thing.
I went for there's another. There was Stand in the Gap. There was some that one was very powerful. Nathaniel Bassey, Jumeto. It was William McDowell too. It was crazy.
I love Nathaniel Bassey. Like he's an amazing worshiper and like.
That's the guy with the trumpet.
Yeah, it was powerful. If you see him live, it's powerful.
I know that guy.
Yeah, he's a legend. Did you follow the Hallelujah Challenge sometimes?
No.
I go inside deep.
So YouTube is at midnight.
Yeah, midnight. He does like this thing where he's like he just basically worships and then reads some verses and stuff. It's usually like 30 days.
So you have to do something.
It's like 1 hour, but because it's Ghana time, 11 p.m. to 12.
Okay.
So he just has to do it.
Yeah.
How about you?
You know me and some Jumeto.
Be like Zuu. Say the Caribbean. Let's
but like Macham, Emma.
Yeah.
You know his new album. You know, people think it's kind of different, but I like it.
It has a lot of energy. Yeah.
He's good. Yeah, man, I like that's been on repeat, you know, and some little like Sherry Poppy, you know,
You've blessed me with those two.
Yeah.
Anyway, conversation for another day. So please drop your handles so that everybody who is watching can
tap in.
Sure. So the YouTube is Tristan Canfor-Dumas, my name, if you search Empower on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you see the Empower is also there. My Instagram is my name, Tristan Canfor-Dumas _ is all over there. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you. And Selikem?
My Instagram is Selikem Attah, and my business, The Young Creatives, is there.youngcreatives. And don't forget, 9th August.
Yeah.
Yes, 9th August. Wait, when is this episode releasing?
We'll see.
Is it before 9th August?
So you can just say,
Hopefully,
if
you know.
not, you have to say you should
Yeah,
have been
you
there.
know, like you missed a lot. Like you really missed. That's all I'm gonna say.
We were there.
Oh, nah.
You will be there and we were there.
Yes, exactly.
yes,
You were
yes.
there, you saw it.
Yes.
So
Yeah, this was a good one, a refreshing one. Yes, thank you guys so much.
Thank you for having us.
joining.
Welcome. Thank you for having us. Thank you
Peace
for
out,
having us.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Stay by plan, Accra, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan. Stay by plan, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan.